Hey, so it is November 5th, the day after elections, and like many people in this country and in the world, I am so happy, um, relieved and happy, and um, I just have so much gratitude for all the people who showed up and voted for their candidates, and specifically for the one I wanted to win. Yay! And I wanted to show you. I knew he was going to win because, of course, he was on my vision board. See, there he is. And it's something I downloaded from the web. Somebody had made a Time magazine cover of him. Um, and it's dated November 10th, and it says President Obama on it. So it's a little mock up of Time magazine. So, anyway, I'm pretty sure that's why he won, because he's on my vision board. Oh, and I dedicated my yoga practice to him yesterday. So, got that going for me. I also have on my vision board something else that I'm working on. It's right smack dab in the middle. Okay, I can't figure out how to do this. There it is. I don't know if you can see it, but it's like this little thicket of trees and a path, and it says non-resistance, non-judgment, non-attachment. And that's something that I'm also working towards. I figure since I got the Obama thing taken care of, this should be happening for me any moment now. And if you follow Eastern philosophy or read Eckhart Tolle or a lot of other spiritual teachers, this is pretty much the basis of their teaching is non-resistance, non-judgment, non-attachment. And I have to say, it's a bit challenging, and I work toward it. And one of the things that I also try to strive for is stillness, which is this one here. I don't know if it shows up very well, but um, generally speaking, if you're still, then a lot of times you can allow for non-resistance, non-judgment, and non-attachment. And um, anyway, I'm working towards that. So those are some of the things that are on my vision board. And like I said, I've gotten the big one taken care of. We have a president, so now the country's taken care of. I don't have to worry about the country anymore for like 4 years, probably 8. But and also, I kind of wanted to update you on what's going on with my food thing. I actually am doing a kind of a pseudo diet. I came up with it. It's basically I cut some calories. I'm taking about I was shooting for 1,350 calories a day, which doesn't sound like it's not that little, but I'm kind of an exercise fanatic, so um, I guess it's kind of, I feel like maybe it's a little too low because I have been getting hungry, and I'll show you. I have written on here my that's my journal, my food journal, all my calories on there. And I started off really well. I was like 1,000, 305, and then the second day it was like 1,247. So I thought, oh, I really don't need that many calories. Then it goes up to 1,474, then back down 1,285. Anyway, I ended last night on 1,567. And I'm finding that I'm hungry at night, so I'm probably needing to maybe up my calories a bit during the day so I don't get so hungry at night. Plus, I had a little bit of pizza last night. It was a little celebratory piece of pizza because Obama won. And but otherwise, it's going pretty well. And I'm having a hard time judging by using the scale, if I've reached my goal weight, because the scale says I have, and yet my skinny jeans say a little different. So kind of, I'm gonna stick with the skinny jean mode of, measuring my progress. But it's going well. This dieting thing I just don't really care for. I mean, I'm sure lots of people don't, but I can count on the number of times I've done it on one hand. What in the past when I've lost weight, it's usually because I exercise like a fanatic, which is a different problem. I think I mentioned that. That's one of my compulsions in the past. So one of the ways I'm trying to get a handle on the overeating thing is I'm really trying to find replacements for pleasure. So I think, and I don't think I'm alone in this, but I think a lot of times when we eat, we kind of seek pleasure in food as a reward. Like at the end of the day, for example, I've had a long day and I just put the kids down, and it's quiet, and first thing in the past I might have wanted to is like, oh, I want to have a nice meal and maybe have seconds, even though I'm full after the first helping. So I thought, okay, well, let me seek other forms of pleasure. And this is a tool that I actually learned from, it's either Martha Beck or Brooke Castillo, who are life coaches. And I have both of their books. In fact, they're right here. I have this one, Brooke Castillo. It's called If I'm So Smart, Why Can't I Lose Weight? And one I'm reading right now is this one, 4-Day Win, by Martha Beck. And I'm still reading this one. Both very good, have really great tools. But so one of the tools was try to replace your rewards with something that's a non-food item. And so I came up with a list, and I'll share it with you. So these are some sources of pleasure for me that are not food related. So one of them is, oh, and they're cheap too. So one of them is watching the sunset or seeing the ocean around sunset. I'm very fortunate. I have this balcony outside my house, a deck, I guess, and I can see the ocean from my house, and I really never take advantage of watching the sunset from there, so started doing that. Buying new music, so I rarely do that, and shopping and buying new music is kind of a nice way to treat myself. Watching Oprah, at the end of the day, I'm a big Oprah fan. Anybody who knows me knows that I am. Everything, pretty much all my books are like, Oprah's recommendations. Connecting with a friend, just, getting on the phone or having coffee, whatever, just hanging out with a friend. Sometimes I get so busy that I forget to do that, and so lately I've been trying to make an effort to make more time for that. And then this one, I don't know, this is a wild card. Soak my feet. It sounds good. I don't really have anything to soak my feet in. Maybe someone will buy me a tub or something for Christmas. I can try it, or I'll borrow. I don't know. Hot shower. That's always good. Reading or listening to spiritual material. That's always good for me. Sitting outside listening to nature sounds. I'm a big fan of listening to birds, and so when I sit and meditate, in fact, I have my window open right now because I was meditating earlier, and I like listening to the sounds of birds. For some reason, that's very centering for me. Listening to soothing music, taking a walk, blogging or helping others. I'm very conscientious that I don't want my blog to become another compulsion. If you saw me yesterday, I already did like 5 or 6 incarnations of a blog post, video post. I'm using none of them because I was acting compulsively. Go figure. Anyway, so this is going to be it. I'm going to put this up, whatever. And getting a massage. Now, I can only come up with 12 things. And, I started thinking, well, I do other things for myself. Like fitness pole dancing is a big thing. I love it. It's so much fun. I have a pole in my garage. I love to swim and I love to do yoga, but I started thinking too that all these things are things where I'm so active that I really need to find things where, like, on my vision board where I said, what about stillness? This guy here. What about that? And I'm not really good at that. I lose myself in activity, I think, is my problem. So this is what this list was for, and I found that a lot of those were more passive activities or just kind of sitting around. So, oh, and also I bought this. This is one of my rewards. New nail polish. It almost looks like my color of my tracksuit. So that's kind of like what's going on with me right now, and I'll keep you updated as I progress and what comes up. And so I will talk to y'all later. Bye.